Alright folks, here we are. Offbeat Motors. We got us a new victim. What year is this, Dave?
69.
It's 1969 C10. The owner has done a lot of work, and we're going to finish it up. I'll give you a little dark in here. So, as you can see, he spent his kid's inheritance on the inside. We got a lot of little toys. Got everything cleaned up nice. Fuel cell put in the rear. We got parts and more parts to put on. Then we'll send it to paint, get it painted. We're going to follow you through. We'll let you follow us through, rather. We'll show you the whole thing, step by step, what we've been doing, what we're going to do, how much of his money we're going to spend. We're going to spend a lot of it, by the way. So, you can see he likes chrome. It don't get you home, but it's pretty when you push it. So, alright then, we're going to get this thing loaded up and ready to roll. Alright, we got her all loaded up finally. Looks pretty good. Nice looking truck. Nice looking motor. Got her all strapped down. Got a pickup box full of parts. And a back seat full of parts. Why? Because it's a Chevy. They come in parts. New from the factory.
This is a little hard.
Alright, good morning. It's Monday morning. Saturday we went and picked up this Chevy pickup truck. And you all, when you were kids, you know how you put model cars together and stuff? The 124th, 125th scale model cars, and took them out in the driveway and crashed them afterwards. Let's hope that don't happen here. But this is a 1-to-1 model car. As you can see, we have boxes on boxes on boxes. The gentleman that owns this pickup just bought almost everything you need. So this is going to be a model car kit for grown-ups, I guess. We're going to start our unboxing process and see what we have, what we don't have, keep track of what we need. Did you get a pen and pencil?
No, I'll do that as I take things to storage. We're going to take some things to storage to keep them safe and out of our way. And then, so we may as well start with like the front grill he bought brand new.
Oh yeah, I'll rechain it.
So it's got hardware, the headlight rings.
Oh, ain't that pretty.
Front emblem. So it's all stock replacement. It's a good thing about late 60s Chevy trucks. Everything's available.
61 to 70.
Yeah. So just more of the kit, but we won't need this until after paint. Final assembly type stuff. But he's got it, so we'll keep it safe. Full grill surround. Chevrolet. Words painted, everything's in there. Fancy chrome backing pieces. So it's just, it's not all together on the little plastic trees, but it's the same thing. Get all new shiny parts, start putting them together. Right there. That's one of the biggest pieces. Inner fenders, brand new. Got all the little supports on the inside.
picture of the fender. I'll put this up there. Brand new core support, battery backs, everything.
Radiator
Mounts,
mounts in place.
new rubbers.
Headlight buckets mounted on the front. Everything's there.
Yeah.
Just kind of piece it together.
Hope he's got all the bolts.
I hope so too.
We're gonna have to
get a big
figure that
tube of
part
super
out.
glue.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to get a new bed. He's got a step-side bed going on. And somewhere or the other, he came up with a front panel. We're gonna get the rest of them. Rest of the panels from places online. He's going to have a nice wooden bed. So that's just the front panel all the way up. And that's all he's got for a bed right now. We'll have to get the side panels, strips, crossbars, tailgate. We're going to put a hidden latch tailgate. I don't know what color he wants the wooden floor, but it's a nice wooden floor. This is going to be a daily driver, almost show truck. All right, continuing with some of the big stuff.
Yeah.
This is original off the truck. It's just the cowl cover. Somebody chopped up an antenna hole in it at some point, so we'll have to fix that or figure out how he wants his antenna. Just getting a radio in it. It's in good shape other than that. New radiator. Aluminum. I think it's one of those cross-flow ones. No, it's not. Just regular downflow. Got the cooler in it. I'm not going to unbox it because it's
Well, it's cross-flow radiator. It's just not a 3-stage.
not the 3-stage, right? Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But that'll be good. It's always good to have a new big radiator. Yeah.
And dual fans, electric, of course.
He's going to be using Holly Sniper fuel injection unit, and the good thing about that is they come with fan controllers that the computer controls right out of the Holly Sniper, and it's got fan leads for single stage and double stage fans, and you can tie the AC in with it. They're pretty cool.
What do we got?
Yes.
It's like Christmas, man. It's from France. It says Frazier on it. Wow.
Booster master cylinder. Complete setup. This guy knows his little truck, so everything's bought for the truck.
And when you say complete, you mean complete. It's got all the nuts, bolts, everything right in here.
Yeah, and I saw the brake lines.
All fine thread.
There's the brake lines saying right there. Coming from the
Yeah, we got brand new brake lines.
to go down to the frame.
Yeah.
Coming off of the proportioning valve.
Scary. Like I said, this is a model car kit.
Yeah, we're still looking for the instructions, but we'll figure it out.
Well, there's some.
New vents go under the dash pad for the dash defrost vents. Old kick panel vent doors, which are probably going to get deleted because it's getting aftermarket air conditioning, or they might not. But they're all torn up, so if we have to do them, we take apart all the rivets, put a new piece of rubber in there, paint it, put it back together, restore them like brand new if we're going to use them. If not, they go like that. And then he's got rubber parts, gas pedal pad, some kind of grommet, brake push rod grommet through the firewall. Oops.
I got it.
Brake pedal pad.
I'll just be your pretty assistant.
Steering column plate, little clips for the brakes and pedals. All good stuff. This is the kind of stuff that'll nickel dime you to death when you're trying to get everything done, and he's already nickeled and dimed himself. I mean, it's $4, but it's a little grommet, but it keeps all the hot air from coming around your steering column. So you gotta have it, and you hate paying for all of it. It adds up quick. One more clip in there.
Another clip.
Don't throw the clip away. Just $2.25. There we go. It adds up faster when you're paying for it. This says Flaming River parts. So it's all steering column stuff and steering hoses with power hose, power steering. He bought a whole kit. So we've got fittings, hose clamps, hoses, braided steel,
Stickers.
double D shaft,
That's the
connector kit for
plug.
the plug for the pretty thing to hold the steering column.
Bracket for the pump.
Yep, go on the engine.
All the nuts and bolts.
Which has got a LS style front runner on the engine, so these are
Hind
probably
joint
extra.
adjusters.
They're probably extra because he bought the front runner system.
Yeah.
But we have U-joints, 3 U-joints, which we'll get into all this as we start installing and figuring out where things go, but it's got a rack and pinion on there, so it's down and around. And
It's got the hind joint
yep,
in the bracket.
for the centers to hold the center rod. Some kind of lube for the U-joints, I guess. And please read instructions prior to installation. We're men, we don't always do that.
No. Feel like a nap. Can't do that either.
Oh, this is a cooler slash reservoir for the power steering pump.
Pretty.
More of a reservoir, I think.
Yeah.
Cooler and
Brackets.
the mounts for it.
Line bracket.
Neat old. They'll end up on those inner fenders somewhere.
Yep.
Lots of toys.
I'm proud of it. He likes to spend money.
Makes life easy. One of the hardest parts is sourcing all this stuff, and because we do so many different types of vehicles, you just have to learn whatever you're working on. It's not we don't just specialize Mustangs, old trucks, whatever. We do anything that's old. So this should be the whole column. Oh, it's got the turn signal and tilt column levers,
Shift lever.
shift lever, and
Heavy duty.
yeah, Flaming River's good stuff. Tilt, indicator, everything's on here. It'd be like a.
Yeah.
This is all based on like 80s GM stuff, but Flaming River does a really good job of copying it. So it's down to the neutral safety
Yep.
starter switch and everything. It's all the same. And it's shiny. He obviously likes shiny, so that'll be fit right in.
Oh boy.
This is a variety of stuff. Show them what we got. Oh yeah, show them that.
Yeah. This, he was telling us, he ordered special. They're very expensive. Let's see, now we're in Texas. Got the Texas Emblem, C10. We're going to have it painted up in the Texas colors for him. He said they were hard to find and expensive when he got them.
It comes like in a little jewel box.
Yeah.
So
You got padding and everything. Comes complete with a big bill. Okay, we got marker lights. Red, rear.
yeah, one of those is the gas fill is going to be behind one of these. It's going to be a custom deal we're going to have to do where it flips out to hide the gas filler. But that'll be in the rear fenders.
Quarter fender bracket.
Cool. So they go on the side of that somehow.
Yep.
Hold
There's
the
two
fender.
of them and they're $11 a piece.
Woohoo. Still cheaper than we can make them.
And then we got the orange ones for the front.
Yeah.
LED. They're all LED. It's a pretty expensive little car kit. LED light. Oh, these are the
That's
ones
the
he
tail
wanted
light.
for tail lights. I gotta look at them. He was pretty adamant about what he wanted for tail lights. Oh yeah, that's what he wanted. That's what we're gonna run for tail lights. Yeah, he was pretty.
They're actually for 55 to 66, but the ones for this truck they turned into, they look like a big trailer light, the stock ones. So he just chose the earlier ones, and they'll fit just the same. They fit on a little bracket that comes off the side of the bed, so that'll look good.
Oh, you even got a cargo.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that.
Well, we got to cut in a hole for a cargo light. I don't know what you got. It's LED.
Don't remember. We're looking at most of this stuff for the first time, just like y'all are.
A light switch. $21. Okie dokie. Two little brackets. Let's see what it is. Something rolling around in here, so gotta be careful on what it is.
Bulb.
Yeah, there's a bulb inside
Standard
here.
bulb.
Yeah. That's pretty.
So that'll go up above the bed, above the rear window.
Oh, you got this one on sale.
Missing the rubber gasket.
Yep. That means we'll have to, maybe you ordered one.
He might have, yeah.
You go to your
Here,
rubber.
what? This.
That's the replacement
That's
for
to
here.
replace that, and it's got a gasket on it. So he's got two kits. He's got this. We're gonna use this for the housing, and this lens has LED stuff and replaces that, and the gasket goes for it. So all that goes together.
We've got over $100 just
And a cargo light.
in a cargo light.
It'll be 100 more to cut that hole in there and get
Yeah.
it right. So LED flasher element.
Not the special. I don't know if you know about LEDs, but they don't draw as much current, so your regular flasher unit won't work. Now you could put a regular bulb in line someplace to draw enough, so it will, your original will work, or you can buy this for $14 and just replace it.
And even if you put a bulb or two in line that are hidden, it'll change your flash rate because the old flashers worked on a bimetallic heated element
Right.
to flash. So that's why when you get one bulb that goes out in your old car, they flash faster.
Yeah.
Because it seems opposite, but they flash faster because the 3 bulbs are drawing more.
I was asking him earlier, geez, I hope he bought hardware for everything. Look at this. Inner door screws. I don't know what those are, but
Yeah.
they're not marked.
door latch screw set.
Door latch paw, right hand side.
More inner screw lock washer regulator set. And there's 12
Left
or 14
hand.
screws in there.
The paw for the left hand side.
Uh-huh. And more of the same. Inner screws and regulator. 4 short, 3 long, 2 long. This pack does one door, this pack does the other door.
The man thought of everything, I hope. What do we got here? Oh, new latches.
Yep.
Yeah, right hand side, door latch.
And there's the lefty to go with it.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna put these in before the paint or after.
We'll see how it goes. Might talk to the painter, see how he wants to handle it.
Yeah.
Whether what's going to be the best. That 69 F100 I did the full. I didn't put anything in. Nothing. Not a thing was screwed to the cab. And we were just careful when we did final assembly. Inside door latch or door relay they call it. Put your handle.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see. Not going to unwrap everything, but there's splines right here. Your handle goes in there, and this goes behind the door. When you turn it, pulls the rod, opens the door.
That hefty little valves.
Uh-oh.
It's the door handles.
Ah.
See what they look like. They're hefty.
So you got the good ones that are plated instead of the... You can buy cheap ones and you can buy good ones. Depends on what you want to do with your truck.
I think he bought the good ones.
Yeah.
They are quite hefty. They're solid. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the nice ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you got really nice ones. Wow. Give him credit there. I worked with the gentleman that owns this truck. I worked with him at another facility a while back. I harassed him a lot there. So I harass him all the time here. Now they got all of everything with them. All the gaskets, nuts and bolts. Nice little kit. Very nice. What else we got? What the heck?
Dome light assembly.
Oh,
Dome light. Yeah.
Yep.
It looks similar to the cargo light, but it's also LED. Comes with all the wiring. So we're set.
already there? Yeah, it's already got one in it. So the old one.
Yeah.
Let's turn colors.
There's the other door latch regulator.
Yep.
Get something in
Ooh, a silk
a
bag.
silk bag
Gotta be
with
diamonds.
tie screws, tie straps, and it's
Special nuts.
4 little nuts for something. I almost recognize them, but I'm not sure what they're for. It's the little stamp nuts, like goes on trim pieces. So that you put that in your miscellaneous pile and you figure it out when you get there.
Or you show it to the wife and she'll think it's diamonds.
Tail light wire loom
Well, be done.
comes out from the frame or the bottom of the bed up to those fancy tail lights. Covers the wires, keeps everything pretty. Inside door handles with clips. The little clips are always hard to find. Everything's there. We love it. Put that in that. That's most of the door stuff. Inside window cranks. He didn't go with power windows. But no need to when you have pretty little cranks like that. Everything's new, so they're going to work like 1969.
I can't remember. I just read an article, or maybe I heard it on the radio or something. One of the manufacturers, automobile manufacturers, in their pickup trucks, you can still get crank windows.
Huh.
I can't remember if it was Chevy or Ford. But I heard it on the radio, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's an option. They probably charge you more for them.
Continuing with doors, latches, the latch rods and the lock rods. We'll do a video of that when we get to putting things together. There's always questions, but you can usually figure it out if you just look at it long enough.
Door glass, rear channel. Right hand and the left hand. Everything's going to be new in this truck, just about.
Yep. Window regulators. These. The window crank goes on this spline. It's mounted in the door. Moves the arm up and down. And I haven't seen the glass channel yet.
That's what this is.
These are the channel that they ride in, but there will be another channel that attaches to
Right.
this that holds the glass to move it up and down. And then the in those big boxes there, which we haven't done yet, is the vent window assemblies. 2 window regulators.
Okay, looks like put everything back in. We got ignition door lock set.
So we got ignition switch
And the lock.
and the locks, all the same key.
Everything will be the same key. That's pretty cool.
Yep. And the good thing about Flaming River, that should fit right in there. Ignition assembly, ignition switch, because they copy GM. It's a good deal.
What's nice about this one is we don't have to tear it apart.
No,
It's all torn apart. All we gotta do is put it back together.
and since it's all new, no strip screws, rusty bolts.
Great.
We're-
Not a basket case.
No, not basket case.
Here, you won't have to slit your wrist.
I think this is open. This will be my first time doing a harness that is made for the specific vehicle. I've done numerous aftermarket harnesses, different brands. They're all roughly the same, you know, one wire at a time, and pay attention to your instructions. But this one is for 69 Chevy truck. It's got, you know, bundles of wires and different stuff. But the cool thing, this is the front portion, fits right into the hole on the firewall, and all the plugs are just like that. I don't know which way I'm holding it, but
Back up.
oh,
Yeah. Now you can do it.
all the plugs are there, so it just goes together like that through the firewall on these screws. So this is on the inside, this is on the outside. Everything's sealed with the rubber gasket, and then you go from there, and it's got all the light switches, gauges, everything has got the specific plugs for this vehicle. And so that'll be new, and it's just a matter of routing and making them neat, almost plug and play. There are some terminations that you have to do here and there, and there's always changes. Wipers are sometimes different. Lights, we're going to the LED lights, so the plugs may be different depending on the reproduction. I don't know how they did it, but you get headlight plugs, zip ties. There's the other flasher module that's for regular bulbs, and we'll be using the other one that we showed you. Tube of dielectric grease for contacts. It's painless. It's a good quality thing. So
There's 2 flashing units, and we only have 1 for LED, so we'll probably have to buy another.
probably have to buy another one. One will be hazard and one's regular flashers. I don't know which is which here,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll, because everything's LED, we'll have to buy one more for the hazard.
Yeah.
We don't use these with these style of crimp ones. I use bare crimped ones, and then I use heat shrink that goes over it with the glue inside, so it seals every connection. But it's good that they send it if you're doing it by yourself at home and don't have all the stuff. Full set of fuses, all kinds of. That's probably enough to do this if you were doing it at home. When they're made for a specific vehicle, they're quite a bit more expensive. This is probably, off the top of my head, $500 or $600, and you can get a really good harness, but you have to do more work for in the $300 range. But I love the plug through the firewall. The whole harness plug. It saves you from doing grommets, and there's all the instructions. It says before you begin, so we'll probably read that maybe. But once again, after paint, so it can go in storage for now. Is that running board bracket?
Yep.
Yeah. Running boards are only this long, but it comes with a bracket for them. Those are probably original.
No, we don't tell them it's a step side.
Yeah, it's a step side, but it's still just a, yeah. So it's obviously right and left. He didn't get the bed with this, so I don't know where he found these. Some of this stuff we won't be using. This, and this. These were in the truck, but it was a non-AC truck, so this is heater box, heater fan. That's where the heater core went. Some of the, it's probably defrost tubes went here. You know, all this was on the firewall, but the vintage air AC will come with all that in one single box. We brought it just in case we need a pattern or cover up a hole that the vintage air doesn't cover or something like that. These probably won't get used, but they were there, so we brought them. They came with the truck. And he has painted them, so at least they won't rust.
Like we said, this is a step side, and he chose to have his spare tire mounted on the driver's side. So we got to recondition this, which won't take much. It's all there. He had an awful job finding one that had all the parts to it. I remember a couple of years ago, he said he was looking for one and couldn't find it. He found one that had part of one and where parts were missing or something. So he ended up, he was telling us, well, some guy in New Mexico or something was looking for a fender that didn't have the hump for the spare tire, and he had one, so they swapped.
He was able to get a little money and that for a good rear fender with no cutout.
Yeah.
And he's gotten another fender with a cutout.
With the cutout.
We didn't bring it, but
no,
it'll come later when the bed gets here.
Yeah. No bed, we don't need the fenders. We didn't bring the front fenders either.
No.
We're not going to hang fenders.
We ran out of room.
we got enough room, or enough room, can't even talk. We got enough stuff to do before we get to that
right.
Test fit of everything. We'll have everything assembled, sitting here, and then blow it all back apart to have it go to paint.
Yep.
So we want to make sure everything lines up and what we have to shim and where and how many, and everything will have to be perfect before we leave here.
Especially when you start getting reproduction parts from 2 different trucks or 5 different trucks or however many. Even though they're all from the late 60s GM stuff, 69, 70, nothing's perfect on the assembly line. So sometimes you have to elongate a hole, move a hole, bend something just a little bit on a corner.
Aftermarket parts, they're known for it.
Especially aftermarket, but even fenders from a different truck, sometimes they just don't line up right.
Well, it depends on what plant they were put together.
Yeah.
You know, one in California, one in
whether it was
Michigan
Friday or not.
Yeah, Friday. Oh, you never want a Friday truck. Everybody's thinking of a beer.
There's the glove box lid that came out of it. Nothing special. It's got you can barely read some of the options that came in it, and it's got the VIN number, which is redundant, but I still say it anyway. And I don't know if he wants to try to save that or not, but if he does, we'll laminate it or somehow tape it off, because it's just paper.
Yeah, I think
There's no way to save it really.
piece of plastic.
Piece of plastic, or we might get some good pictures and get it reproduced. We put it on a piece of vinyl, and then we'll get him a mural with some naked ladies on here.
Yeah, his wife will love that.
Yeah, on her side of the truck.
Yeah, that'll make her happy. Now here's something you guys, us older people, we recognize this right off. Young guys, they don't know what this is because they don't have them anymore. Here we have an original ashtray, but nobody smokes anymore, so we don't know what we're going to do with it. We probably got something that'll go in place of it. So we'll see what happens. But this one's kind of crappy. It was a smoked-in vehicle. You can tell.
We might need it for the face, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
just for this here. But we'll see what we need out of it.
It may be big enough to put the display for the Holly. Cut some of that stuff out, so you can
slide it in, then you pull it out.
hide the little handheld for the FI unit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll see.
These are just headlight buckets, probably original, not very sexy, but these hold the actual headlight bulb and then bolt onto the core support. They're good shape, not rusty, so that's a good thing. Anyway,
Yeah, the cab mounts.
boy, those are huge.
Yeah.
They're twice as thick as that, as what's in here. Unless that was the bottom. Does
They
this
come
go-
apart,
Oh.
top and bottom.
This does?
This one does.
Oh, this may be the front.
Yeah.
Okay. But I got a right and a left, and it's got a hood adjuster here, so it's somewhere near the core support. We'll just have to figure that out. Probably attaches to the inner fender core support area and holds the front of the hood up. Little rubber bumper there. So that's going to be the center
Yeah.
of the core
Or
support.
grill attached
Yeah,
to it.
grill attaches somehow. Here and here probably.
We'll figure it out.
But that's center. So yeah, and this probably supports, yeah, this piece like so.
Yep. Bolt holes line up.
Yep, the bolt holes actually line up. So
That's a good spot for it.
somebody didn't paint the top. Oh my gosh. Hood hinge springs, at least 4, which I'm sure it only needs 2. The old harness. Some more brackets. Oh, hood hinges, which we may have to clean up and reuse. I didn't see any new ones, so.
No, either did I. So we'll probably
But those actually look
really good.
decent shape.
Not all rusty or nothing.
Yeah. Clean up, paint, that'd be good. There's a.
It's one of them.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Fender blades? No.
Oh, it's got a spoon. Oh, what transmission came in here? Yeah, this is the transmission shifter. This is part of the shifter for the transmission, the old one. Vacuum hoses, wiper motor. Oh no, washer pump and wiper motor.
And wiper motor.
All one unit. That's in rough shape. He'll be getting to do all of that. It's hidden, but it's new, so we don't have to worry about it. There's the wiper transmissions that have been painted silver. That one looks pretty sick. I don't know.
Yeah, don't look the best, do they?
We'll check the bushings on them and see what's what. That stuff, when you're going this far with everything else we've shown you, getting some, make sure these are in good shape because it's all hidden. and hard to get to once the truck's put together.
Yeah. Then we got fender brackets, I would assume.
Yeah, broken one.
There. Yeah, broken one, rotted off one.
That's front and rear stuff.
So
we got to save them and figure out what we need, and then clean it up and paint it.
what ones we got to remake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Horn.
Yeah.
Easy to test, really ugly.
Needs a giant cleanup.
Yeah. Hey, he bagged and tagged.
Hey.
If you're ever taking stuff apart for anybody to work on, but especially us, bag and tag. Brake and cable brackets and bolts.
Yeah.
That can, we'll probably need that when we get to the parking brake stuff. Even if we don't use these, we'll know what they look like so we can get another one.
Right. And the rest is, well, we got to mount exhaust probably. Yeah.
Exhaust mount.
It's,
yeah. All that'll be new.
Junk.
Yeah. He saved everything, so that's good.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know what kind of tire. Maybe it was, I don't know what make, but it's still got the credit. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's still got another 100 miles or better in it before it went to the cords.
So that's all in that box.
Yeah.
3 hood hinges. Yeah. Oh, he said he had 2 and 1.
Yeah.
And, we're just going to use the best ones.
Yeah.
It's just a good strap.
I don't know what we'll do with that. But that's got the...
It's got the light switch on it. Plugs. It's always good for reference, you know.
We got another switch over here.
Probably wiper. 3 wires.
Yeah.
Then all kinds of stuff under the dash and
Brown wire.
yeah.
Bad clip.
This is all the under dash stuff, so good to look at.
Yep.
Still, you can get your wire colors off of the original,
Yep.
even though we're wiring everything from new. Sometimes the wire colors are good. And this one's actually got the converter. A lot of old Chevy stuff had this curved cable that fit right on the outside of the shaft for the turn signal, brakes, hazards, everything went through here up to the steering column. And then later they switched it. So at some point somebody switched something, and this little converter, it's all black wires, but it's just straight through that changes it from curved to straight, which is what's on the column. We'll use what's in there if they have it, but if not, we'll use this. It was still in pretty much perfect shape. Somebody's done some wiring help on this truck at some point, and so it ended up with that. Or it may be a changeover year, and that's something that Chevy did.
Yeah.
Using parts up. They engineered this to use all their old harnesses up. Or all their old columns, one of the two.
Put these in here.
Yeah, that's all.
Is this going to stay here? Or
Yeah, because we need to figure out what's what as we go.
We got to save that. That's a...
Yeah, that hanger's got a lot of potential.
Yeah. Potentially junk. Alright, I think
That's pretty much all the boxes.
we're going to let you people go.
Yep, we showed you the engine at the...
This will probably end up being 2 videos. We'll see what our editor does to it and how much is left on the floor when he gets done editing. He's pretty good about it.
Yeah.
We'll see what he has to say.
We tried to not use any bad words or fat girl jokes.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. Hey, till the next time, don't forget, if you like what you see, subscribe, hit the like button. That helps a lot. Thanks a lot.